So today we're going to deconstruct a pretty unique educational YouTube channel. It's got this surprisingly ambitious mission that, it starts out helping students pass their exams, but it ends up decoding the very systems that shape our entire world. Let's dive in.
Right out of the gate, the channel's mission starts with this really bold promise. It's actually from a song they made about their work, and it's such a powerful hook because, let's be real, it offers a solution to a problem every single student on the planet understands: the stress of exams.
So the channel is called Abu Bakr Talimwala, and it's all built around one educator's mission to make learning something that's accessible and that actually works. It all kicks off with a really clear, practical goal: helping students win.
And how does he do it? Well, for starters, the channel has built up this library of 127 videos. And look, that's not just a number. It's a really solid resource for students to build a strong foundation in all the key subjects.
Okay, but here's what's really incredible: the sheer scale of the ambition here. The channel's ultimate goal, and they sing about this in their anthem, is 1 million subscribers. And that tells you everything you need to know, right? The creator wants to reach and help as many students as he possibly can.
So what's in the actual toolkit?
Well, it's super practical. It's focused on the fundamentals. You've got math, everything from number systems to geometry. You've got dedicated playlists for Urdu grammar and general science. And here's the crucial part: it's all taught in both Urdu and Hindi, which just opens it up to a much, much wider audience.
All right, now let's get to the next level, because this is where the channel's real genius starts to show. It's not just about what he's teaching, it's all about how he explains it.
The channel's secret weapon, its real secret sauce, is the analogy. The creator just gets that the fastest way to unlock a really difficult idea is by comparing it to something simple, something we're all familiar with.
And here's exactly how that works. You take a really complex statistical process, something like hypothesis testing. Talimwala completely reframes it as a courtroom trial. Suddenly, your new idea is the one on the stand. The data is all the evidence, and the rules of statistics? That's the law. It just instantly makes the whole thing feel intuitive.
Here's another fantastic one. How in the world do researchers understand a huge population by just talking to a few people? Well, think about it. How do you understand a dense forest? You don't study every single leaf, right? No, you pick a few representative trees. It's such a simple comparison, but it makes a really difficult research method just click.
Now, this skill of using analogies to make complex things simple, it isn't just for classroom subjects. It's a really powerful analytical lens. And this is where the story takes a fascinating turn, because he applies this exact same lens to decode something much, much bigger: the hidden curriculum in state-sponsored textbooks.
So get this, the setup is wild. He's analyzing a digital Pakistani primary school textbook, but the file is corrupted. All the text is totally unreadable, but, and here's the crazy part, only the images remain. This lets him analyze the purely visual curriculum that's being taught to millions of children. So, by stripping away all the words, he starts to uncover this underlying psychological blueprint. He argues that the sequence of images, the way they're laid out, is literally engineered to build a national identity around two very powerful pillars.
The analysis is so revealing. The book opens with these beautiful images of Islam's holiest sites. Then you turn the page and bam, you see heavy military hardware. This is a classic example of what psychologists call associative transfer. By putting a sacred mosque right next to a fighter jet, the curriculum forges this powerful, non-verbal link in a child's mind. It fuses faith and the fortress.
But, the channel doesn't just look at the past. It also grapples with the challenges of the present and the future. It's kind of like a guide for our increasingly complex digital world. This quote from one of his explainers really captures his forward-thinking approach. He sees AI not just as some simple tool, but as this world-altering force, a tsunami, that students and leaders absolutely have to learn to navigate ethically.
He breaks down the new rules that govern our digital lives, arguing that information ethics really rests on three fundamental rights: the freedom to seek out knowledge, the right to privacy, and universal access to information.
So what's the connection between math lessons and textbook deconstructions and AI ethics? Well, in this final section, we're going to see how it all ties together under one single unifying theme.
See, the channel's ultimate mission isn't just about teaching subjects. It's about teaching different forms of literacy. It's about giving viewers the tools to decode the complex systems that govern all of our lives.
First, you've got physical literacy. This is basically the ability to understand the source code of reality itself. Through his physics videos, he explains that our entire universe, from a tiny microchip to a massive galaxy, can be understood using just 7 base units of measurement. How cool is that?
Next up is civic literacy, and this goes right to the heart of his textbook analysis. It's the skill of reading the visual language of state-sponsored media to understand how national identity and social values are actually being engineered.
And finally, there's digital literacy. This connects directly to his work on AI and information ethics. It's about understanding the new moral and ethical rules that we all need to navigate a world that's run by algorithms, big data, and artificial intelligence.
So when you put it all together, it leaves us with one final thought. In this ocean of online content where AI can generate lessons instantly, what's the true value of a human guide? Well, maybe it's that a person like this doesn't just give you the answers. They teach you how to read the world for yourself.